50 family.
family. Jinx. Here we are. Our
So right
Thursday
before we
morning.
came on, Danica was wanting to see my lips. If you have not been following us, you're like,
And that sounds weird. Let me see your lips.
let me see. So I'll show you my lips. What
Mm.
happened is, and I have to get the technical term for it, but I think it's tattooing. Slashes staining, don't know, but it should be permanent. They go in and they do numb it, thank God, because it's needles. It is needles on your lips. So they do your outlining and then they color it all in. And Danica will do kind of a slideshow to show you how I got there because it was a two-step process. And all I can say is I love it. I absolutely highly recommend it. Danica said it really well a moment ago. You said it looks natural, but it looks like I have color. However, you
Yes.
said it was perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's not going to look like you have lipstick on, but you can just wake up in the morning and have color, put a little lip gloss, which is what I did today just to show it. And I think that's what made it pounce for you. Now, I could
Yes.
still wear lipstick. So if I want, a brighter color, absolutely. But I just want to get up in the morning. As we get over 50, I want to look in the mirror and not look like death warmed over. And this really has made a huge difference. I love it. I don't have to reapply lipstick all day long. But again, if I want to, I can. But
Yes.
one thing I will tell you, she did warn me, but it didn't soak in, or maybe she didn't emphasize it enough. When you get this done, after you finish, your lips are going to be this big and they're going to be so flippin' bright that my first reaction was, well, Susan, your vanity finally fucked you up. That was literally my first reaction. Like, what have I done now? Because I thought it was going to be permanent. And again, she said it wouldn't.
Yeah.
So you look like that a couple days. You might want to hide or at least warn your friends. As I warned my girlfriend Kathy that I was having lunch with the next day. I'm like, okay, when you open the door, I'm going to have really big lips. Then it peels, and then it doesn't look like you got any color or anything, and you're kind of pissed off for a moment, or at least I was. I'm like, I went through all that work, and I have nothing at all, and then it slowly comes back. So,
There
and I
you
see
go.
Miss Tamlin. Good morning, Miss Tamlin. Don't want to ignore
Yay.
you. Thank you for tuning in with us. So,
Hey, you
yeah.
said her name right.
Well, because I'm seeing it, so it's pronounced just like it's. What was I
Sorry.
saying?
Sorry.
My brain goes, yeah,
Hey.
different
Yeah.
directions.
And
So
sorry if
that's
I made
that's
you all
funny
dizzy
because
for a
here's going to be
minute.
the. You asked me what we want to talk about today, and I said, "Well, I want to see a reaction." Well, I say it wrong, so I'm going to try to say it right.
Okay.
To I'm going to say it the way I say it, testosterone, which I know is not right, but it's testosterone. How do you say that?
Testosterone. Oh God, testosterone.
Testosterone. Okay, it's like can never say that word. So I went to do some hormonal stuff just because I figured I'm 55. I've never have. I've already been through menopause 15 years. And we talked before. They did estrogen. They put me on red yeast, which is actually a non-medical pharmy for cholesterol because I did not want to do anything. I've read so many bad things about the cholesterol medicine. And then we got back the testosterone results.
Testosterone.
Testosterone. See, I'm like, see, Tamlin, you ought to be happy I didn't just butcher your name that badly. I'll get there because I want to talk about it, so I have to get there. But anyway, I had like none. And so her comment was to me, are you sleepy? And I'm like, well, you and I both have high energy. So I
Yeah.
feel like I'm like a normal person right now, but yes, I am a lot less than myself. And she said, no, you don't want to be less than your normal self. You want to be yourself, even if that is, much more high energetic than most people.
Yeah.
She has prepared me that. So this is why I wanted to talk about this. And I was telling my stepdaughter yesterday, we were at the volleyball game for the kids and talking, and she does this. So um, one of the things is you will get more energy. It will
Okay.
help you with your weight because you're actually going to get back your metabolism. I know it's just like bam, 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 bam. Honestly, and I'll talk about the negative things, which is what's going to make me laugh and make you laugh. But
Oh,
one of
I
the
think
things
I
Courtney
already know, but I
prepared me
can't wait.
for is apparently our vagina region will be much like a male's, and
You're gonna grow a penis?
I'm not going to grow a penis. No, I would not be taking it. Woo! But you know how an erection swells? Well, apparently your vulva, which I hope I'm saying that word right, with this, when you get aroused, like if you see a hot looking guy or whatever, you feel a little tingle there, and you actually have some swelling there. I know. And I kind of remember way back in my 20s. I kind of remember that now. It's been a long time, but I do kind of remember that. But so that's a good thing. You're gonna have sexual drive. I said, well, I don't know if that's good because I'm working on getting myself back to the shape I want to be in before I put myself out on the market. And Courtney's like, you're gonna take a lot of cold showers. Apparently, it really increases your sexual drive.
Wow,
The
I might
interesting
have to
part
join you with
is
that.
I'm going to be doing the shots because it just it absorbs faster. Um,
The clit is gonna get big, she said.
oh, the clit. I was like, is that she trying to say tits? Okay. Yes, I know. I'm shocked, Tamla. That's what Courtney's telling me. I'm like, of course,
Well, you
I
know
think
that
I looked
that's
at it one
normal, that
time in my early
happens.
20s. I don't know what it looks
Yeah.
like. I don't know if it's normal or not, but that's, the doctor can decide that. So Courtney warned me I'm going to do the shots again because it's a better absorption. But wherever you do the shot, be careful because you will grow a little bit of hair right there because you're getting such an intensive. I know. I'm like, well, that's good to know because then I want to make sure I'm putting it for
Somewhere where
her.
you want hair.
Yes. And I've done a lot of laser to remove hair, so I'm definitely not doing it under the armpit. But now I'm wondering, I've not had hair here. Oh my God, for 20 years. It's been amazing. It was the greatest thing I ever did. Thinking, oh man, is it going to grow back? And I'm going
Mm-mm.
to have to go get lasered again. Um,
School right now.
Courtney
Sorry.
also said that she started growing a little bit of hair around her ankles. So she got all her legs lasered, God love her. But she said some hair was coming back around there. Oh, didn't want to get in trouble. Oh, I got you, Tamlin. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
well,
and
I
you
just
notice
said
my
it
little
flat out.
perverted
So,
friend Danica knew exactly what you meant. And my brain's like, what? What was she saying?
I call it the
Um,
little man in the boat.
so yeah. But ladies, I kind of procrastinated
Okay.
because I'm pretty Emma, you better get to school so your mother could do her podcast with me.
Thank you. Aunt
I
Susan
can do
said,
that.
"Get your butt to school. We're trying to do the podcast." She got balloons from a birthday party last night, and so she's like, "Can't you can't help it. Balloons are intoxicating. Get to school.
I
I
give her a
love
little
you."
bit of break on that. Yeah, it's hard to
I know.
do it, or you're going to pop them live on podcast and get all these remarks from moms that you're a horrible person because you popped your kid's balloon.
We're not popping my balloons.
Then get to school, kid. Get to school. So, anyway, I procrastinated for years because I'm anti-pharma, but there are certain things you need, and apparently, as a woman, you need this. So it's coming in the mail today. I start today, and I will give
Okay.
you my journey. I am fucking excited, and I hate to say that word, but I am fucking excited.
You love that word.
I do love that word. I just try not to say it in public or with clients, and when you say it all the time, yeah, watch
Oh,
out.
yeah, but this is the what
Just
the
get a knuckle sandwich, right,
50s
Tamlin?
podcast. Oh,
So,
and
are
Sam is
you
going to
on
come give you a
any
knuckle sandwich.
So my question I want to do, are you on any type of hormonal with your age?
Yeah. My mom had pretty severe menopause. And so she hated, like us, she wasn't a druggie. But she finally got on some natural stuff that worked. But I can't
Damn
remember
it, right on camera, a little dribble. Go ahead, sorry.
what it was. So, it was so, I mean, it was obviously a very long time ago. So, and again, I've been very fortunate because I didn't go through all that. But
I didn't
like what
either.
you're saying, that as we get older, our bodies start lacking certain things. So I actually just got delivered today, just a bunch of good stuff like omega 3s and all the
Okay.
things that I have not been, my K2, my vitamin D, all the things that I know I need to be taking, because it does. And when I took it in the past, it does help just because and I have tons of energy, as you can see, but I just
We
know
both have
that
a lot
that
of
helps with the
energy, but do you
longevity.
think you have less energy than you did 15 years ago? Do you
Not
notice? No? Okay,
really.
good.
No,
Oh, well, then
not
you're lucky.
really. I mean,
I mean, I
I am
noticed a
so
huge,
fortunate that I just can get up and I go and I go and I go and I go. I do get lazy. I was always lazy. No, I don't think it's changed much. But
no?
there are also
Okay.
other things that change. Just, you know what I mean? So
Sure.
it's definitely interesting to me. So
Well,
I can't wait to see what happens.
the omega 3, my dad took that religiously and didn't take anything else. We talked
That's
about
what you
that.
said.
So I've
Yep.
always been an omega 3 girl and always will be, and try to get it when I can naturally because luckily I like sardines. I love salmon, blah, blah, blah.
And I don't like
Um,
either of those.
yeah, then you have to try to get it to definitely get it other ways.
I know.
I'm going and I have done for years my vitamin C, blah, 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 all of that. When COVID hit, I started looking into the magnesium and the zinc, which is also very important with our age, ladies. Magnesium and zinc, and they recommend taking it together and taking it at night
Yep.
versus the
Yeah.
other ones are in the morning.
Yep. The other one's in the
And
morning, the other's at night.
when I say doctor, girls, it's not a doctor, it's whatever that other one is. So I love it. Um, she also, because I was pumping her brain now, I am going to occasionally do the IVs because that is the most direct way to get it in your bloodstream, certain things. And then the next thing you go up to is your liquid, which I told you I've switched and I'm doing liquid under the tongue. And I actually, one, I love it because I don't have to swallow pills. I hate pills. Omega-3, I can't find it though. I have to, certain magnesium, zinc, that's why I mentioned those. Have not found a good one in the liquid form. Do those. But she also said when you're doing those, the opposite of what I was doing, you should do them either right before you eat or right after, but with your food. Because there's certain foods, and especially if you eat healthy,
Yeah.
increases it or helps with it to get
Helps the
better absorption.
absorption. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yep.
So, all those things that I feel like, which is why we do this podcast, those things that they don't tell us over 50 that is very important, we need to know. You can't just take the vitamins. You have to be freaking absorbing them to the maximum amount you can.
Yeah. Well, and if you buy the vitamins, you have to buy the organic ones, and what they have to be chelated right. They have to be from natural sources because there's so much synthetic shit out there that it's very easy to get caught up getting vitamins and things that do you absolutely no good. In fact, will harm you more than anything. So you have
And
to
I'll
be real
go back
careful.
out
And
to Food Babe. I give her a shout out all the time, and anybody else. And I know, not political, but Kennedy is going towards this direction too. Get that shit off our shelves. Why is there synthetic vitamins on our shelves that we don't even understand and we're buying the wrong kind? Come on.
because we live in the United States and it's all about big pharma, period.
Well, and you just know
Period.
it. But you know what, Big Pharma? We're coming after you. What the 50 plus is gonna side up with anybody else that does this. And like I said, Food Babe is in the food. She's
Yes.
huge. If you have not followed her, Food Babe, she's out there. She has been out there for a while. I started following her in 2019. She has
Okay.
come so far. We're coming after you, Big Pharma. Get your. I hope you made plenty of your money and sell one of your jets because you're gonna go down.
There you
We are
go.
tired
We'll
of
take
being
we'll take we'll
poisoned by
take
you.
that jet.
Yeah, I'm tired of being poisoned by you, so you can have an extra summer house. Okay, I'm off
No,
that
and it's
thing.
and it's on every single level. It's just like we were talking yesterday. We're gonna be banned now, Tam. You know what?
From
We're not
YouTube?
scared. We're not scared. The thing is that like I was talking to Emerald because of course my kid loves sugar. Who doesn't love sugar? Well, a lot of people don't like sugar, but you know what I mean. I think the majority do. We grew up with candy and cookies and cakes and all the things. And the problem is unless you make it at home, it's still not the same because our ingredients are not what they used to be. But you buy any of that shit from the grocery store, it is like 99% chemical. At least when we used to get a chocolate bar, it used to be milk and cocoa and cream and butter and sugar.
Briar
Now
Vanilla
it's
Ice Cream. That was their
yeah,
commercial. Three
yeah,
ingredients. Now look at
yes.
Briar.
I know.
So you're right.
It's
It is
I
not the same stuff we grew up on.
no, and so even though we were eating sugar, we were not eating blah blah blah
Chemicals.
blah blah and blah 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 that you can't fucking pronounce.
Beside.
And oh yeah, you can't pronounce any of that shit. And
No.
then it also has all the dyes and this and that. So it's like she's. I mean, I beg my child to not eat it, and I keep reminding her that it is her body. She has a choice, but I'm still the mom, so I limit it with me. But when she's out and about with other people,
That's the
they don't
challenge.
care. And I ask them to please limit it, but it's still she's out with her friends, and so it's just is what it is, and she
Well,
has a
I think
choice. So
it's
I'm just
terrible
hoping
for a
all I can do.
position for you
What?
because I said I think it's a terrible position for you because Courtney faces this, even though she's around a lot of healthy moms. But
Yeah.
some think they're healthy because they go do yoga and they eat a salad, but they're not healthy because they're eating all these chemicals. And so then,
Yes.
she's had a couple of them go, oh, well, that's going to be really hard for me when Marley spends the night, to make sure she's eating everything properly. So you're almost, you got to be careful because then your kids aren't going to get invited to stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, it's a catch 22. So I know that she's going to get it out there. So I do my best to keep as little
And
of
that's
it
all you can
here
do.
as possible. And that
And I
is all
was,
I can do. And then I
yep.
just hopefully am educating her to know that she has a choice and she has to choose for her body to stay as healthy as she can. And then you know what? the crazy thing is, what I didn't think it's the chemicals and things that get it, but then you look at people that eat junk and drink and smoke all their life and live to be 100. So, who has the right answer to that? I'm not sure. However,
But
I still think the chemicals and the
I think you
pills
still
and all that
we're
is the
comparing
biggest
people
thing.
living to be 100 now that grew up like we did without all the chemicals.
That is true. That
And
is
even the
true. I
cigarettes.
I can't
Cigarettes
compare
are
it.
even made differently than they were in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s. They didn't have all the chemicals. So
That
I
is
think
true.
a lot of people that are in their 90s and 100 that smoked their whole life and quit maybe when they were 70 or 8. Yeah.
Still a different type of cigarette. That is
It,
correct. Yeah.
yeah.
So
And it's a
it's a
different type of
huge
food.
different thing.
And
Yeah.
so, in case so we don't get, I don't have the feds show up at my door. I'm not, especially with what happened yesterday. When I say we're coming after you, big pharma, I mean we're coming after educating
Yes.
our what the 50 family to stop buying it. And if we quit buying it, they're either going to a have to change it or they'll go
It change.
bankrupt. And either way,
Exactly.
it's a win-win. That's what I mean. As far as we're going to start reading stuff, we promote. We do a lot of links where we promote things that we like, and we've always tried to stay very positive, but we're also going to promote some stuff that we feel is bad for you.
Exactly. Because that's what we're here for. We want to grow
Yeah,
old together. Healthily. Is healthily a word?
I think it is a
It is
word.
now.
It just sounds
Healthily.
funny, but healthily, healthy, hello.
We want to grow together healthily. Anyway,
We want to
there
be
you
more
go.
healthy as we grow older,
You know what I
or
mean.
maintain our health. Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
telling you though, I know for a fact. I grew up on a farm. I grew up on well water that had a lot of iron in it because we had to put, water softener salt. We grew our own garden. We recycled the seeds. We had our own cows, our own chickens. And again, I didn't know, but my dad was very, very health conscious. And I compare myself to people that I went to school with that grew up in the cities. And because they didn't have that environment, everything came from a grocery store or a restaurant. I'm on nothing. I just now started a little bit for cholesterol. And even that, she said it didn't concern her. It was just a little more
Mhm.
hormonal. But other than that, and I know it has to be from good farm living. I just think it has to be
Makes
from good
sense.
farm living.
Makes
Yeah.
sense. Well, and it's and when you look at that, my grandparents grew up on a farm. My mom did for a while, and it was healthy animals, healthy everything, and not all the antibiotics, like and whatever. And that's what they ate, and they went to bed when it was nighttime, and they got rest, and they and they worked hard, and it's just
They had no
such a
TV to
different.
watch, no
Yep.
Facebook to look at. So you're right. My dad was sun up to sundown. Sundown,
Yep.
he came in from work. So whatever time, whether it be summer or winter, that's when your workday ended, not 5 o'clock.
Exactly.
He did construction and farming. Came in, went and showered, ate dinner. I know he always rested for about an hour and read part of the newspaper and went to bed
Yeah.
like at eight
Well, and
o'clock.
that's why they did daylight savings for people that live there, because that's the life they live, so that they had actually the hours, which I think we should do away with daylight savings because it just fucks everybody up. But
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, all the farmers call bullshit on that.
animals have
That
fun.
they said it was for the farmers. It had nothing to do with the farmers. It had to do with the people that did business on the other side of the world with companies.
Yeah. Oh
My
yeah.
dad's like,
Yeah.
I don't look at a clock. When the sun comes up and the rooster crows, I know it's time to
That's
get
true.
up. When
That's
it
true.
gets
Yeah.
dark, I quit because I can't see anymore at work, and I come in. Oh, you went away. You must be getting a phone call. We have learned this. So when Danica disappears for a moment, she gets a phone call and it makes her go black. And we don't know why because mine doesn't do it. So that's what's so weird. You're gonna have to start turning that off.
I do.
No, I
It
mean
is
you have to almost like
bizarre.
shut down. I think it has to do with your watch versus your phone.
But do you know what the thing is? It's I don't know, because it's spam is what it is. It pisses me off. I get like 40 spam texts and calls a day.
Well,
A
honey,
day.
let me tell you, it is absolutely annoying. Now add that to the phone calls that I get at least 4 to 5 a day. And I said at least. We'd like to sell you leads. I don't need any leads. I've been in the business 37 years. It's all by reputation and referral. Fuck you very much. And I
Yeah.
try to be nice, especially when I'm like, I'm not interested. Please remove it from your list. Well, you mean you don't want more business? I'm like, I asked you
I don't.
nicely
Yeah.
to remove me from your list. The next thing will not be nicely.
They
And then
don't do
usually they
it
hang
though.
up. Oh, but
They
speaking of that, somebody told me this. Oh, we talked about it with Andy last time. And I think it works. When
okay.
they call you, don't, and there's nobody there because they did 5 numbers and somebody picked up before you, don't hang up. Let it sit there till it hangs up itself. It could be 5 seconds. I've had it go almost as much as a minute. Because what happens is that makes the AI guy think that phone is not in service, and you automatically get taken off their list.
Yeah. No, I
I
have
do
to
think
start
it
doing that.
works. Yeah,
I'll
I
try
do
it.
think that. I mean, at this point, you're like, yeah, when you get 40,000 text, emails, it's so much easier when you just got junk mail in the mail and you threw it in the trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Tamlin,
know,
I
Tamlin.
have
I
the
wish I
I
could
have
block all the unknown callers, but unfortunately, a lot of my customers can show up as unknown and they don't even know why, but they can. Or sometimes they know why they do because they are blocking themselves. But I
yeah.
tried that years ago and yeah, I can't. It hurts my business. So I'm stuck answering every freaking call.
Yeah, I do
Um,
it, and that's what that was. It said potential spam. It's like, okay, thanks for interrupting my podcast for potential spam.
And again, the pictures, sometimes even whoa, sorry, I kicked my stand. Even my title company will show up as potential spam in an email or it sends it to spam.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
it's frustrating. It's
But for
frustrating.
those of you that don't have to do that, God love you. That's exactly what I would do. Block it all.
Yeah. No, it's just it should be illegal. That's another thing that's taken over. It's just we have become such a forceful,
That's a good word.
self-centered society.
We have had things forced. I love that. That's exactly what it is. We have become where they force crap on us and it's exhausting. Come on,
It
mommies.
is.
I'm going
It
to
is
take you with
exhausting.
me because I now have a stand. Come, kids.
Yay!
So
But you know what? Me too. Look at this. Woo! I can pick it
we're just
up,
going to
move
say you're
it.
on your phone too because we found out on YouTube you can't
Do
do it.
do it. You can't do it together on the
You can't
computer.
do it to get. That's what it was. It was you can't do it together. You can do
Yes.
single. So we
Yeah.
would like to say a few things about that. Facebook or it's YouTube. That's what we're on. YouTube. We would love when you're even sharing it with someone, you can still do it on your desktop, whatever. I'm fixing
Yes,
coffee.
please. Yes,
Um,
please.
and what was the other one we had trouble with? Crap, there was like three or four things. Because remember, this we do on the phone, but then we switched to Zoom and I can go to the iPad and the desktop.
Yeah, Zoom we can do anywhere. I don't
This
know.
is again
There's so
that
many
over
things. What was
50.
it was the other program that we used to use that it sometimes worked somewhere and some
Oh,
the
okay.
descript or whatever, but we're moving on for different places and different better places. So
So I will
no
tell you
offense.
another thing I've been doing, but while I'm doing that, I'm going to give another shout out to my core power, getting my 42 grams of protein first thing in the morning. Eliminated all my coffee creamers that are bad for you, mentioning bad for you. And mine is vanilla. You can get it in chocolate and strawberry. This is what I use as my creamer. So I get a vanilla coffee protein drink in the morning that is freaking yummy. And I'm getting my coffee, I'm getting my protein, and I eliminated all those nasty chemicals that are in your coffee creamer. Highly recommend trying it
I
because that was
still
the
have got to do it. I keep forgetting.
you have to do it. I just FYI so far, you can go in Amazon was the least expensive because they're about 350 a bottle. But that's your health. However, I just found one called YAMMY. So don't ask me how to pronounce that. Yami.
Yame, yame.
No, there's not. It's MY, not an A in there. But anyway, that place, they're out right now, but they are less. You save about $10 a case.
Okay.
And it's out of stock right now, but I'm on hold. They have one that also has 30% less sugar. This one isn't bad
Oh,
on sugar at all. But
but
if you can
still,
get even less,
the
why
less the
not?
better. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I just wrote it down, so I'll order some. And I was going to say
Do it and
something.
see
I
what you
don't
think. Yeah.
don't remember what I was going to say. And there,
Okay. I'm going to look
green.
at this. See my project today?
Hi, Green Gecko.
So I am having a garage sale on
Okay.
October 4th, 8th. I forget. I should know that so I could give a shout out. Anybody around Florida could come down. Okay, girls, you went out
Well,
now
we'll
that I've
do this
sat down.
again before October then, so
Um,
you'll have a
so two of
chance.
my friends are bringing their stuff too, but I am purging. A lot of this is storage unit stuff. I already did my second bedroom. So I am already feeling a lot better getting rid of that crap I don't need.
Do you know what's ironic, which doesn't surprise me because we tend to mirror each other all the time? I had a
It is kind
conversation
of
with
weird.
Emerald. it is wild. So my season, as you know, Susan, changes here on the island.
Oh yeah,
Our seasons here, we go from summer busy to like 2 months of nothing, nothing,
flatline
nothing,
fall.
and
That's what I
then
always
we
called
have,
it.
yeah,
Flatline fall.
flatline fall, exactly. Then we have winter Texans that come in that is busy, 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 and then we have a little bit of an in between as well with Easter
Mhm.
and whatever. So we have like kind of three seasons here. For what I do as a singer, all my venues, not all of them, but they're like, okay, we're gonna take a break. I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
awesome. So I'm really looking at it as a positive. So I do the water park this weekend, and I have 2 full weeks off, and then I
Oh
start back
wow.
in my gigs October. And
Okay.
I blame myself partially because I didn't do my due diligence to make sure that I had something covered in between. But you know what? I believe everything happens for a reason. So I'll tell you what happened this morning, and this is one of the things that just I almost wanted to throw up.
Oh,
I'm a very clean person too. Like Susan is a little more OCD, but I am still
I'm
very clean.
therapy level, but yes.
I have a 7-year-old, so it's I mean, obviously my house is cluttered. It's got stuff. But I wash my counters. I do my best to keep it clean. And if
There's
Tamara
between
was here,
cluttered and clean too. Yeah, you can be cluttery, but you're clean.
exactly. So they come to our condo a complex every month and spray for roaches and bugs and things, right? So you're gonna come see me then, Aunt Tam's Hammond. She's clean like you too, and so, but she knows she's been here, and I mean, like I said, I do my best to keep up. Well, this morning I woke up and came in, and I for 20 minutes chased down families of roaches. I tore my kitchen apart,
Were
like
they the big
every
ones,
single
like the
thing.
Texas
Oh,
ones, not the nasty,
not
like
no, not the big ones, no, the little ones. So apparently we missed a
somebody in
spot,
your
and I still
complex?
and oh, and it's been raining off and on, so I know they come in, but it's like I'm literally I'm running around squishing these little sons of bitches
Oh
as fast as I
God.
can, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Emerald, move out of my way because I'm doing this and I'm moving stuff. So my kitchen is looks like your patio, but ironically, even before that, I said, Emerald, we're gonna take this
Hi,
next
Gil.
couple weeks while I'm off, and we're gonna tear apart your room and the house. We're gonna give away every single thing that we don't like and that you haven't used since we moved in this house. If you haven't played with it, it's being given away. And so now I'm like, oh, it's going deeper than that because I need to see every corner of my house. Because look, I just got EBGB creepers. Because
Yes.
it's like, fuck, are you kidding me? I clean every day and I wipe down my counters. I don't leave dirty dishes in the sink. It's
It's
like
likely one of your neighbors was a rental and they moved
downstairs.
out, and so they sprayed it, and they're coming to you.
Well, and downstairs they had it's a family that's because they don't do short term rentals here,
Oh,
but
okay.
a different family comes every weekend and it's their family. And they leave their trash in big piles by the door. Every single one of their families does this. And
That
I've
might
called the
cause it.
management and said, really? I walked in and they're here for a week. They just put their trash bags outside their front door when the trash bin is takes about 30 seconds to walk to. And you don't think that attracts bugs.
Oh yeah,
So
that'll
I'm
do it.
working on that, but it's like, holy hell. I was like a freaking I was gonna
If
go
the
to the liquor
HOA
store this
doesn't do,
morning.
if the HOA doesn't do something about it, you can call the Board of Health. Take pictures
Yeah, okay. I'll do
because
that.
that's also going to attract rats, possums, raccoon. I mean, yeah,
I know.
so
Yeah,
many
so, anyway,
other
that's how I
things.
woke up. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mm,
Happy freaking good morning. Okay, real quick, we
exactly.
have Gil that I don't know. Has Gil ever been with us before? Because I don't
I
remember
don't
that name.
know. And
But
hi,
either way,
Philip.
Philip's back. I know Philip emailed this morning and I responded to him and said we're going to attempt to do live on YouTube. As
Oh,
Philip knows,
good.
sometimes we fail, we crash and burn, but when we do Zoom, but we think we're getting it down. And a lot of times it's my end because I'm on What the 50 plus YouTube and I can't be. He
Yeah.
also did share his address, which I'm
Oh,
not
good.
going to share.
Well, because
So,
I responded to his other email and saying thanks and but we need your address. We can send you a prize. Yay. Good. And I
so
promise
Philip,
Susan won't stalk you.
we
Well, I
have
don't know.
right now, we have the koozies that say What the 50. I don't have them in front of me because I stepped outside. We have, which is, some people don't know what a koozie is. A koozie is what you put around your can or your bottle to keep your drink cooler longer. I was really surprised when I say koozie, they're like, what's a koozie?
Oh,
We have
really?
the fans,
Yep.
which somebody also said could be a flying disc for your dogs. It won't last long because it's not that thick a texture.
And then we have the jar grippers.
Thank you. Oh my God. See, that's what the 50 fucking plus means.
Here,
I'm like,
I have one of those right here.
we have the jar grippers, which someone also told us you could use as a mouse pad. So that could also be a mouse pad, which they are
It's a
correct. And I need to try it and make sure.
it's a little
So,
it's a
Philip,
little
let us
mouse
know
pad.
which one you would like, and I will get that out in the mail to you tomorrow because I will be home all day. I got a new garage door put in, which, oh my God, I'm so excited. Danica knows I had a 1950 tandem. So if you don't know what that means your garage door is here and it opens out into your driveway, meaning people have to park way back here. If you have anything in front of your garage door, which I have forgotten and not put it back far enough, it's beat the shit out of my trash can, etc. The arm is also on the side, so it takes up a huge chunk um, on the side of your garage. So I got a new garage door, but they have to come out and sign off on it, the city with the permit, and you know how they like to go 9 to 5. Really? Could it be anything shorter? Nope, 9 to 5.
Of course, they give
Um,
you that window that you have to sit around and wait.
I assumed that your friend Danica gave it to you when you visited last time. She has all those things. Danica,
Oh, I thought
why is
maybe
it?
not.
I promised she'd get one, but I thought you would give it to her since you saw her and we could save postage.
I thought I
Hello.
did. If not, she'll be back.
And I don't know,
Oh,
there was a guy a minute ago, it's already scrolled by that he said, I love old women. You might want to rephrase that, buddy. I mean, thank you.
please.
I like to use, as I told my doctor yesterday, how about I love mature women?
I like that too. Well, hello, Sapka.
Yeah.
Yes. If I
I know
pronounced
what
that
you
correctly, I
mean.
hope.
We thank you for tuning in. We love you. And yes, we know we're fucking old. So, at the end of the day, you got to take it. But
We just
it
prefer to call
just
ourselves mature. I like that, Susan. Yeah. Yeah.
so I had a gentleman the other day. I was out with my girlfriend having dinner, and he came up and said, "Could I buy?" Okay, yeah, that went over his head. So anyway, he said, "Could I buy you ladies a drink?" And he was like in his 30s, and let me tell you, he was smoking hot. He said, "I love mature women," and I said,
Love it.
"Well, first of all, yes, you could buy us a drink." I said, "But with that." We'll talk a little further. Have a seat. And we had the best time with him. We had a great
That's
conversation and all of
awesome.
that good stuff. But yeah,
That's awesome.
okay, Miss Tamlin, go do your workout, which brings me into
Yes.
love you too.
Go to
I
work.
am
Love you. Love
on
you.
week 2 of my boot camp. So I love South Florida because they love to give free shit away. So North Palm Beach boot camp, boot fit camp, because there's 2 in North
Easy
Palm
for
Beach.
you to say.
Yeah, well, there's 2, and I was corresponding with both and getting so confused. This one is the one right by Frigates. So it's right there at North Lake in A1, and there's a shopping complex. You guys might recognize that complex because I used to take the grandkids to Jupiter Donuts all the time. It's where, which I
Yes.
think is pretty funny. Jupiter Donuts workout, that's just mean. So sorry,
Yeah.
Jupiter Donuts. That's why I haven't been in to see you for a long time. And it happens to be where my hairdresser is. So I'm like, I don't know, everything's happening in this little complex for me. But um they
Just that. Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, so they offered a month, one whole month free boot camp, as many times as you want to come during the week.
That's awesome.
I am loving it. There is Heidi, there is Michael. I forget the other guy, Joshua. Joshua, I remembered. They are so high energy. What I love about them is they remind me of Amy Willette when you used to be my personal trainer. You know how I had that love hate thing for you. They push you, but they also recognize your limits and don't push you past that. They say, hey, Heidi's come over before and go, you want me to get a lighter weight? And I'm like, yeah. By the time I go that third round, sometimes I'm need. They also watch your form, and that's what's important. So there's always 2, sometimes
Good.
3. One's doing the workout, and the other one is walking around and saying, hey, put your knees more, do this, do that. Danica,
That's
I
so
am back into
important.
working out again. I loved it when I worked out with Amy for so many years. Not only just the shape, but it's just a feel. And I guess it's
Yep.
endorphins, they say. But the first week it was like making the excuses, arguing with myself all morning long why I wasn't gonna go work out. And now I'm like, so this morning I'm like, damn, I can't go work out because I have the podcast. And then I went, did I just get upset that I couldn't go work out because I have the podcast? Which I'm still going to do something at home. So, guys,
Yeah.
look around, get on Facebook, search your areas. I know sometimes smaller town when there's less competition, it's not as likely, but in your bigger cities, Oh my gosh. And Danica knows, I think we did part of the podcast several months ago that almost every gym was offering a free week.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
you figure you go to
absolutely.
5 gyms, that's 5 free weeks you're getting to go work out at a gym. So money is not the excuse when it
Yeah.
comes to that for that.
Well, and
Boot camp,
also
1 whole month? Yeah.
gyms are not as expensive as they used to be.
No.
I used to go to Planet Fitness for $10 a month.
Planet Fitness, LA Fitness, yes, they do offer 10
Amazing.
and 15. EOS, I
Yep.
think, is
Oh,
20 a
oh, I
month.
did no, I did 15 so I could use the red light therapy and
You can,
the
yes, you can
yeah.
add so you can have the
Oh,
so
worth every bit.
$15, that's actually 2 Starbucks.
Which I don't go to. I call it $5.
Oh, I don't either.
I don't
No.
got a $5. Yeah. No
So I'm gonna
offense,
and
Starbucks,
this
but
Tamlin's gone, but this might get me kicked off YouTube again. I'm gonna say it. Fuck you, Starbucks. And here's why. Minus all that they pretend they were healthy and they weren't. But the
oh
other
no.
thing is, now every place, including McDonald's, mom and pops, doesn't matter, charges $5
For
and up
coffee.
for a cup of coffee with
Exactly.
nothing in it. I get if you're adding blah 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 and a shot of this and a shot of that. That's different.
It's
Basic
ridiculous.
freaking coffee. I know. I really, and I don't get coffee out a lot because I make it at home in the morning and I
And because
do
it
stuff in the
sucks
morning.
most places,
Well,
including
so,
Starbucks. I
good.
don't even like their
Oh
coffee.
no,
It's
I don't like their
bitter.
coffee.
It's
It's
bitter.
very bitter. It has an aftertaste. It gives
Yep.
me the jitters. So I don't mind a caffeine buzz, but not jitters. There's a difference. The only thing I like there is their matcha green tea. However, when I
You're not
looked
gonna
at
pay that
it
much
and
money for it.
so, well, yeah, I'm not going to pay almost $8 for it. And the chemicals and blah, blah, blah. Again, I make my own, or there are places around here.
Yeah.
So shout out, I'm around the West Palm Beach area. Danica's in South Padre.
So we have
If you
Karma
guys know a
Cafe.
good coffee place that I can get a cup of coffee
Yep.
for less
Here
than
it's Karma
$4,
Cafe.
tell me.
That's
I
where
will
you
go.
go.
I do love Karma Cafe. They're reasonable, and I will take that back. For basic coffee, and then they give you, the smorgasbord of creams, oat, soy, whatever. Subculture coffee, they're downtown and they're also all over now. There's like 5 of them. And there's another one, Papa Kwan, which is in the complex where I work out and get my hair done. Again, yeah, I would like everything just to move there. That would be my life of that little shopping center I could all day long. Same
Absolutely.
thing. I think their regular coffee starts at maybe 3.50. So
So
yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
How do we end up talking about coffee?
Something pissed me off and it made me think of Starbucks, that I was pissed at Starbucks. Because that literally happened yesterday where I'm like, everybody thinks they could charge $5 for a freaking cup of coffee because of Starbucks. You
I know, but we
bastards.
started talking about your pretty lips.
Oh, well, that was just a brief one, the lips, but then we were talking
I
about
know, but I
hormones.
just, God, I
So,
love you. I love how
oh,
we just, I
I'm
don't
like,
even know what we do.
ping, ping,
So
ping, ping,
I'm
ping.
the one. So get this, I'm the one that after we're done, I get on and I post it and I write the description and it's like, okay, um, we talked
Have you
about.
not followed me on Facebook that I talk about that my brain's like, and I go
It's
off on
awesome.
side
Oh
streets?
my God,
And
I love it. I love it.
I used to even
There's so
call
much stuff.
myself, I'd be
And we've
like,
also
okay, come back to the center and
I
talk
know,
about. But
I know. And
hormones,
we've
we were talking
also
about
talked for
hormones.
almost 40 minutes.
Yeah, but we had some good stuff.
I agree. I'm not
We always
saying
have good
that.
stuff.
And
That's why we get.
we've had guests, which I'm so thankful for. Thank
We've
you,
had
thank you,
guests. We've
thank
had
you.
people comment. Though Philip's very quiet this morning. He hasn't. Usually he
You are.
corresponds back and forth. I hope you're feeling okay, Philip.
Well, he said he
Um.
hates bugs, but I don't
Oh,
know.
see, you lost it. You ran him off with the damn cockroach story. See,
I
how do
did
we get to
not.
cockroaches from lips? So they're right back at you, young lady. Hello. At least my
Good.
coffee didn't gross people out
I
and they
don't.
left us.
I don't
Philip
remember.
left us because of it.
No,
Um,
he's here.
But ladies, if you can recommend anything to us, again, we like to stay a little bit non-pharma, a little more on the natural side, but anything you have found food wise, somebody told me yams, eat a lot of yams, and that helps with the menopausal thing. Oh, I like yams.
I
I
don't.
make them like into a mashed potato kind of thing, roast them, all of that. But anything you have, come on, give us the suggestions,
Bring
give
it.
the rest of the, there you go. Thank you, Philip. I just need to know. Um, Anything else, that you're using that's working that can help Danica and I, plus then we can share it with our other viewers. Let us
Yes.
know. because we
Yes, yes, yes,
all
yes, yes.
just want to feel better. Again, that's part of
Yep.
this podcast, sharing, caring. So we
Yep.
all feel better, we eat better, we have more energy, we buy the best products, we get the discounts.
Oh, we
I'm
love
working
that.
on that. I want
I
to do a
know.
podcast that does a shout out for, you know, American Airlines just started this. I know, here I go from the lips again, has nothing to do with the lips.
Well,
American
we like
Airlines,
discounts though. That's a good thing.
something they sent me. I'm already with American Airlines and frequent flyers, whatever. So they
Me
sent me
too.
something the other day that said register and you get bonus points. Well, I'm like, okay. Well, they're not joking. So I was on my AARP sent me an email. As soon as I open it, then this thing pops up with American Airlines and says, click and earn 10 points. And then this
Yeah.
morning, I have to make notes what it was. Random stuff that I'm not even thinking of. But literally in the 2 weeks it has done it, I have gotten 1,200 points and didn't have to do
Oh,
anything. They pop up when it's a partner. They pop
okay.
up, and as long as I click it, I guess they're giving me points because Americans letting them know that they're sending me there. I don't know.
And so what
I don't
kind
know
is
how.
it? Is it flight points?
It's flight points.
1,200 points? Okay, I have
Yes.
AARP as well, and I haven't seen that. I'm getting on it
No, no, no.
today.
It's American Airlines. Do you have an
Well,
American Airlines frequent
oh
flyer?
yeah, that's always pretty
Okay.
cool. Yeah.
Do I have yes. Do you have an American Airlines charge card?
Yes.
Oh, then you should have gotten it. So reach out to them. Yeah,
So
I
then
was
what is it with the why did you say AARP?
I was using that so it starts with American Airlines. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
When they must be partner. It's not just a AARP.
Oh, it's
So it's
their
American
partnering.
Airlines.
They're
Certain things
partnering,
I'm
right.
opening. Okay, I bought a pair of Nike slides yesterday. Wherever I bought them, American that popped up, and that gave me. I
Okay.
think that was like 350 points. And then if I bought something, I got more points.
I
I'll
feel
take a
like I'm
picture.
already on that. But you're okay, so you're using your credit card.
No, American Airlines sent me an email a few weeks ago.
Okay.
And you may have missed it because you thought it was junk mail because I almost missed it.
Okay. That's
And it
probably the
said
thing.
register and start earning additional flyer points. And I'm like, when it pops
Okay, well,
up
I'm
next
gonna go
time, I'll
back and
take a
find
picture
it.
of my screen. And that way, when you call them, you can tell them and we can share it
Okay.
on the podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it because
But it's
I've
popping up
always had
a
my credit card,
lot.
but I no longer use that credit card because I've used that one way too much.
You
And
don't have
so,
to. Here's what I find, and it's a love hate thing again.
of course.
They're Southwest does it too. They'll send you stuff, and you have to go over and click and register to get more stuff from them. It doesn't cost you anything, but if you don't, then you don't get it. Well, of course,
Right.
we all want free shit and extra shit and point. Why do you have to do that?
Right. Just do it automatically. If we're part of your program, do it automatically.
But again, I think it's something they must partner
With all the
so they
affiliates, they've
they
got to
get
have.
perks saying that they're promoting that company.
Well,
I
and
don't know.
probably if once you click the link, it probably goes through the computer and
Of course it does.
connects you
Yeah.
to all of the other companies. So I get that. I get that's just how the computer works. So,
But I'll
but I
get
will.
that.
I'm going to go through my email and check it
Yeah, because
out.
I've always done Southwest and United because that was the only ones that really flew out of the valley. American flies a little now, but still it's very, very limited and horrible layovers. But when I'm in Florida and I'm leaving from Florida, American and Delta have amazing,
Yeah.
an example, American, okay, this will be real quick. It has nothing to do about lips, but I'm booking a trip to go to Argentina in October with my girlfriend. So I get online and I'm trying to do all this, and it is crazy layovers. It's a 9-hour flight and it's like 13 minimum, which then the layover's not far enough. Or you jump up to the next one, 19, 22. I'm not going to spend all 2 days on a 9-hour flight. So I was trying to do something. It was, and then American was saying they were having problems. So I called customer service because yes, I'm over 50 and I still like people. So I called the people. She was fabulous because I called and said, look, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not mad at you, but I am very agitated. I need help. Don't tell me to go to your website because it's not helping me. No problem. Guess what she got me? Non-stop flight on American, which isn't even offered on their website. So see, it still pays to call their customer service. Isn't even
Yeah.
offered because I told her, I go, I didn't even see that. She goes, well, sometimes The website offers stuff we don't have, and sometimes we offer stuff they don't have.
Right.
Are you fucking kidding me? But
Yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah. So
And
annoying.
it was $100 less than any of. Thank you, Philip. See, damn right. I like that. Damn right. $100 less than the 15, 19, 22-hour layover one.
Crazy. I know. You just
And
have
these
to.
are
You have to be
things.
diligent.
When you're younger, though, we didn't have a lot of these problems, but when you're younger, your brain does okay. Even though you may not like it, it does okay. But when you're older, you're fucking with this man. We can't handle all this stuff.
Yeah.
Cannot handle it. I was trying to make the reservation, trying to do a return. That'll be the next podcast because I got a little pissed off at that company. You can't call them. You have to go online and request it. Then they're going to send you an email. Well, that took 5 times. Then I get the email and it says, do you want to return or exchange? Hello. I want to return, which is why I click the return fucking button, not the exchange button. Yeah.
Exactly. I know. I know. They just. I know.
Oh, Danica, I'm going to have to go
I
to
know.
therapy this week. If it wasn't for this podcast, I get all
Hey, you know
my
what?
frustration out on this podcast.
I love it. That is what it's about. We can do it. Tell everybody what's really happening out there, right?
Oh, they can relate. We don't have to tell them. They can just go, oh my God, you
Oh
too?
yeah.
Yes.
Been there, done that. Exactly.
Okay, I know we're like way over and have to wrap it up.
I know. But we love you guys. Thank you so much, Philip.
Did
And
you tell
Gil.
Four Cups
Gil
this
didn't
morning?
say hello any other than hi, but thank you for joining us. And
Gil,
Miss
is he
Tamlin
still
for
on there or did he go
chiming in.
bye-bye?
I don't know if he's there. We've got 3 people on there. Now we have 1 person on there. So there you go.
Two.
I
Oh,
think we said bye and they left. But anyway, that's
that's
good.
okay.
Yep. So anyway, all right, Miss Susan, I love you with the 50 family. I love you.
Love you
And we'll come
too.
back and talk to a
Philip,
whole
let
bunch of
us
another.
know which prize you want, which thing you want.
Yep. And we'll send it to you. And in the meantime,
You know
we'll think
what?
about.
Don't let us know. I freaking love Philip. He tunes in every time. He corresponds with us. I'm sending him all 3. There. Decision made.
I was just
Executive
thinking the
decision made.
same thing. Isn't not surprising? I know.
I love him. Yeah, he
I
hangs
know.
with us every time. He's our number
Awesome.
1 fan.
Woohoo! We like number 1 fans. Awesome. All right. I don't know what I was saying. It doesn't matter because we never know what we're saying. So we will see you next time and we won't know what we're going to say.
But give us ideas if you want us to talk about it for 3 minutes and then me get sidetracked because I'll try.
Perfect. I know I got to get my damn buzzer out. Anyway, I love you guys. We love you. We will see you next time.
See you next time. Okay.